The first action will be the back screen seal, where the cutter actually runs through, giving the screener opportunity to seal that outside defender and give him room to attack the basket. Here, Steph Curry seals James Harden. The cutter runs through. Steph Curry has a chance to capitalize off of the switch. The next thing I'll look at is what I call bunch. It's when they have three guys on the same side of the court. There's no set pattern with it. It's just they always have a big high. One of the guards will slip or make a basket cut, and the other guard will come off. They're just hoping with those three defenders closely, one of those switches will be screwed up. The next one we'll look at will be a set play that Steve Kerr specifically installed for the Thunder series. And that clip is a great example. Out of this set, you'll have Steph Curry set a ball screen into a flare. And on that first clip, you had four different players end up guarding the league MVP, and with the final one being Steven Adams, the center. Screen your own man was a favorite of Rick Majerus as a way of attacking switches. There you see, rather than screening the cutter's defender, you actually screen the guy that's guarding you because he'll be the one that's switching onto the cutter. The Warriors will also utilize curl picks against switching defenses with the cutter tight curling right into the defender that's ready to pick him up. The screener pops back, drawing a long closeout for the guy that's switching onto him. Tough action to guard. Similar to the first action I showed you, now on this back screen, it'll be a small setting it for a big. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to create a mismatch that if you're going to switch, they're going to pop that small back to the perimeter and drive the mismatch with a big now onto your small. A seal off a down screen, they'll run this with Harrison Barnes or Draymond Green. It's a simple down screen with that screener really getting physical into the guard that's picking him up and trying to get a post up right there on the left or right block. A lot of people like running flare screens against switches. Here you see Harrison Barnes slipping a flare screen as they switch out to take away the cutter, slipping right to the rim. A very popular action against a switch is a simple pin down slip. You're walking towards the screeners, walking towards the cutter, and as soon as he feels that switch happening, he cuts to the rim. It's a very similar down screen to what they got the post up out of. Now Draymond Green sets that down screen, he pops to the elbow, and looks to hit the guard cutting back door as they switched up the court onto him, and he looks to get that back door. Here you see Harrison Barnes, they don't get the back door. Harrison Barnes slips a flare screen. The Warriors have been very good with their post-split game against switching or against regular defenses. They tend to go to even more against a switching defense. They get great actions with slips, both off the pass or then off the flare screen like you saw right there. It's something they get really good stuff cutting to the rim off of either action. Looking at some of the stuff they'll do against ball screen switching. First set is a horn set where the point guard dribbles at the four-man to draw a switch. Now the four-man's guarding him. The five-man comes up in this situation, Enes Kanter. Now it's a 4 and 5 defensively trying to navigate a 1-5 pick and roll. Very hard to defend. Next one's a simple concept of simply screening in for that ball screener to cause a late hedge where that guy who's coming on to switch onto the ball handler is just a step late for the ball handler to attack him. Simple concept that a lot of people do against ball screen switching will be an empty side pick and roll with no one in the corner. The guard comes off and looks to throw it down to the big, rolling to the rim, again posting the guard. Same concept, but now with the corner filled, guard dribbles off the ball screen, throws it back to the shake guy filling up the court, who throws it in to the big rolling against into the guard for a post up.